Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Zion Aesthetic, and today I have awesome holographic nails. I just got them done yesterday at the nail salon. This is the first time that they have had the holographic paint, so I could actually do it. I got this sort of like blue color to maybe match my hair a little bit. I don't know how well it does, but I think it's really beautiful. I haven't even gotten my nails done in like 2 months, so I'm really excited right now. But anyway, today I wanted to make another video for my palette pageant review series here on YouTube. This is a series where I will get palettes, whether they be ones I'm interested in, ones that are hot right now on the market, and basically review them for you guys. I will talk about the formula, I will swatch them on myself, sometimes I'll show you how I got a look, and basically teach you guys a little bit about the palette and hopefully get you to a place where you know whether or not it's something that you're interested in. So today we are going to be talking about the Viseart palettes. This is the 01 Neutral Matte palette. These have actually been on the market for a considerable amount of time, but they were mostly targeted at makeup artists, so people who were doing makeup on other people, and they needed really good quality shadows so that they could use them on a whole range of customers. This wasn't really a product that was super sought after, I guess is a good word, for the makeup doer or just makeup lover in general, the casual makeup artist, because the price is very high, but the quality is very good. And so it's one of those things where depending on who you are, I think it could be justified. More recently, this palette has started to spread out from the makeup artist niche into basically anyone who loves makeup. It's been spreading like wildfire here on YouTube, where I don't remember who started it. I know Stephanie Nicole made a video a while ago talking about how amazing they were, and that was the first time I had heard about them. But lately I've seen it a lot more on a lot of other channels with people talking about it, and basically I just wanted to show you guys what I thought about it and whether I could justify the price. So if you want to see all of the information about the formula, some swatches, and what I think about this palette, please keep watching. So this is what the palette looks like inside. The top, as you can see, is clear, so you can kind of see what it looks like inside anyway, but don't judge me. This is 4 rows of 3 all neutral mattes, which is why the palette is called 01 Neutral Matte. And it actually does have quite a range of colors for a neutral matte palette. I have definitely seen a lot of neutral palettes with less of a variety in it than this one does. I have been using this palette pretty much every day for the past week since I got it, and been really loving these upper 2 rows, especially these 3 and this red one here. Oh, just color-wise, I mean, those colors have been really beautiful for me, and I've integrated them into pretty much every look that I've done using this palette or otherwise, which brings me to a really good point actually. This palette is amazing to take out and set next to you along with any other eyeshadow or anything that you're using. Because of the colors in here, you can really just work it in with anything. The formula for these is very different than anything I've ever felt. If I was to compare it with anything, I'd say maybe the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, just because it's very finely milled, it's very pigmented, but it doesn't kick up too much, it doesn't clump in any way, and from what I've seen, you can never ever hit hard pan. So for those reasons, I found it to be slightly similar to the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, but it's just not even comparable really. It's a similar formula, but done so much better. I literally have 0 qualms about this. The only really anti-issue that I ever have is how good it is at blending out, and so sometimes I actually have to be careful, because if I just blend like I'll normally blend, it'll just keep spreading it and keep spreading it and keep spreading it, which is a really good thing, but you just have to get used to, I guess, using a very light hand, because otherwise it does exactly what you want too well. That is a very good thing, I'm not saying that's bad in any way. It just takes some getting used to because most eyeshadows aren't to that caliber. They can't move around to that extent on your eyelid. So now for the colors in this palette, I know I already talked about them just a little bit, but the colors are absolutely amazing. I love the choices that they put into this palette because you can get a full cohesive look just using this palette all by itself, which is what I did today, or you can use this palette alongside any other palette or any other glitter or shimmer or eyeshadow in general and make it work, because this, since it's such a neutral selection of shades, can just go with anything. Like say you're blending out some whatever and it's not blending out quite right, you can just take a touch of this or a touch of this and just work it in, and you can just totally change everything. Just fixes any mistakes that you need, blends it all out to absolute beautiful perfection. I just think that the shade selection that they picked in here with the quality of the shadows together just makes for such a good palette, because when they're that good and when the colors are colors that you can use anywhere, then like, it's just the perfect palette to have, whether you're using it all by itself or with other things. So I used a mix of a lot of these for this look. I used this brown, this orange, this brown, all of these up here, pretty much everything, except for I didn't use the bottom row. I used all 8 of these shadows to make this cut crease. And while that seems like a lot, they just all blend into each other so perfectly. It never looks muddy, it never looks gross, and so you can really super gradient all of it up until you have this sort of flowy look where it's, you can see the different colors in it. I mean, it's mostly dominated by this because this is just gorgeous, but you can see sort of the different hues of browns and tans in it, and then that orange wash over the whole thing, but it still doesn't get muddied up. It stays beautiful and flawless and clean looking. All right, let's get into some swatches. None of these shades have names because, like I said, they were more focused at the makeup artist. They weren't trying to appeal to the average consumer, so they didn't do any of those cool cutesy little things like that. But I'm just going to start right up here in this lightest color and work my way over and all the way down to the darkest shade, all the way over here. So there is the first shade, the white shade. If you can see how pigmented that shows up on me, it is really insane. I didn't even use an eyeshadow primer on my hand just now to swatch this, and like, that is so pigmented for a white. I never ever get whites to come out that pigmented. These next 2 shades are very similar to each other. You can see it's mostly in the undertone that it's a little bit different, so I'm going to swatch those both right next to each other. So these are the next 2 shades right next to this white one, this one, and this one. This one actually does come out a little bit darker than I expected it to, sitting next to this one in the pan. And then next we have this darkest one up top, which is like a deep tan. It starts to go a little bit into that orange undertone side of things, but holy god, isn't that beautiful? So that is it for the first row, here to here. Next, I'm gonna hop back over here and do this guy, then this guy, then this guy, then this guy. There is the first shade right above the white. This one is very buttery. Like, they're all really nice and buttery and creamy, but this one specifically just like squishes out. It's so nice. There is the next one right next to it. It has a little bit more of a burnt sienna sort of undertone. And then now for my absolute favorite one, this beautiful orange. There we go. Look how gorgeous that color is. Here, let me fix up my swatch a little so at least it matches the others. There we go. Oh, I use this one like every day. This one is just perfect in general and for me. I just really love this shade. This next one is this very dark brown right here. Starting to get into the really dark shades. And then we are down to the last row. So we're gonna do these 2 sort of deeper beige colors. This one has like a slightly purple undertone, which is beautiful. I actually haven't used this shade and that is gorgeous. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's got like a slightly purple undertone. But yeah, anyway, this beige, this slightly purple beige, this more gray, and then this black. There is the first shade right up top. There is that slightly more purple shade. Ooh, look at that silver one on my hand. Gray, I guess, technically, right? Not silver. Silver's always sparkly, I think. But there is that gray one right there. It's super pretty. It looks almost like charcoal-y. Yeah, if you ever need a good black, holy shit. Okay, I just need to live swatch this black for you. It is messed up, okay? So I take this, just very lightly. So I have some on my finger, and then, where should I do it? Right here? Black. It's like liner black. Like, holy crap. Holy crap. I didn't, like, I've used this black, and I use it a lot, actually, like, right on my outer V, but I'll take a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit, and I'll blend it in to darken that area up. I never realized that it was, like, actually this pitch black. So that is fucking fantastic. I mean, really just look at these swatches. Even the ones that are, like, super light, this one is pretty much my skin tone, so it's hard to see. But even the ones that are super light just show up wicked pigmented and wicked beautiful. And then you can just blend them all out until you get something that looks really cohesive and beautiful, but still has that pigment that you're looking for. So it's pretty hard to argue against this palette once you've seen those swatches. I mean, it's just ridiculous, like seeing this beautiful, beautiful color selection and payoff, and then thinking about the quality of the actual formulation itself. It's just like, hear no evil, see no evil, this is not evil. I don't think that's how it goes, is it? Anyway, this is fucking amazing. I recommend this to absolutely anyone. Like, absolutely anyone. If you can drop the money on this, it is not something you will regret. I know it's very, very hard to justify spending $80 on a palette, but I mean, it's a palette that you can use with every look that will last you for a very long time and that will rescue whatever you're doing and make it look flawless. I've actually seen a lot of people recommend these to beginning makeup artists because the quality is so there that it just makes it easy for you. It half does your job for you. So I definitely recommend this to anybody, whether you are a huge, huge makeup addict, junkie, artist, casual, whatever. I recommend this to you. I know it's hard to justify $80 for a palette, but when you think about the fact that these colors are colors that you can use in every single look, and the fact that the formula is so good that it can save any look, it's really hard to argue. I mean, I use this every single day now, in every single look. It stepped up my game so much, and it's gonna last me a long time. I mean, it's not a small little dinky thing, and because they're so pigmented, you don't have to dig into it to get the color you need, or go back and dip in a bunch of times. You just do it once, and put it exactly where you want it, and then you're pretty much good to go. Yes, I know, $80 is expensive, but if you think about the formula, the shade selection, and the versatility of this, it's one of those things that really ends up paying for itself. So I recommend this over the moon and back, 100%. Definitely go pick it up if you are able to. If you are interested in upping your makeup game, go check this out. Alright, so there was me groveling on camera, talking about how beautiful that palette was. I knew coming in that it was going to be basically me just worshipping, but if it's good enough to worship, then I'm gonna do it. It's kind of a weird catchphrase, but you know what I mean. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. I do upload new videos every week. I was originally going to be posting my videos on Saturdays, which I think I even called out in my last video, but because the semester is just starting and I have my classes now and kind of have figured out my schedule a little bit more, I've realized that Saturday is not viable, so I'm going to be uploading on Mondays. Every Monday on this channel, you guys will be able to see a new video from me, whether it's a get ready with me, whether it's another review, whether it's a favorites video, whatever. I do a lot of different things on this channel, and as of today, I will be uploading them every single Monday. So please subscribe so that you don't miss any of those videos. And if you are interested in seeing me on other days, except for just Monday, I do have other social media accounts that I use more frequently. I have a Facebook page, an Instagram, and a Twitter, all Zion Aesthetic, 2 Z's, same as it is here on YouTube. You can go follow any of those. I will have all of those linked down in the description bar for, you know, ease of access and all that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks again for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!